Smokey won again. That's 6 fights undefeated with 5 knockouts.
Yeah?
Oh, you could at least pretend to care.
Is that Simon?
Must be.
Where do you think he's been? Listen, Jade. When I said your brother could stay here, I thought at least...
Relax. I'll speak to him in the morning, find out what's going on. Why don't we take a little break from all your work? Another late one?
Yeah.
Simon, Graeme and I are a bit concerned. You're up at the crack of dawn each day and you're in late every night. What's going on?
Look, I'm just having 1 or 2 problems right now.
Just now? You've been all over the place since you moved in. And you've lost an awful lot of weight.
Look, I appreciate you letting me stay here, but I'm a big boy now. I can look after myself. I'm just getting through a tight spot, okay?
It's £1, please. Thanks.
Drink up. Phone's going to start soon. Hello. Looks like it'll be the later showing. You girls wouldn't happen to know where the cinema is?
Yeah, of course.
Great. You can lead us there, once we've bought you a drink.
I've not found it that cold.
But it must be colder than Romania, though.
Yes, but I make sure I wrap up sensibly.
Mind if we do this another night?
It's almost as if you had a better offer.
Well, this is me. I had a good time tonight. It was good to meet you.
Yeah, we should maybe do it again sometime. Good night.
You did what? You dog.
So what about you then?
We went to a few clubs. I can't see anything happening. So, what's her name?
Madison.
Well, she'll cheer you up. She's hot.
I got fired today. It isn't a big deal. It wasn't a high-paying job.
What happened this time?
I...
Listen, Simon, you're still picking up the pieces after what happened.
You mean after the mess I made of things?
Sorry, mate. Can't come through here.
What?
You can check it out online, if you're quick.
See you tonight, gorgeous.
Where did you get this?
What?
Do you know what this is? Oh, come here. I've been following this since it started. It's become a global phenomenon and it's based here in Scotland. Millions of people subscribe to this site to watch live street fights organised by a few guys on the sly. It's not even legal and it's all very hush-hush.
Sounds like a stupid idea to me.
Not really. There's no rules and the fighters mainly comprised of animals who've been banned from boxing and mixed martial arts. I'd have thought you'd have heard about this.
Surprisingly enough, I have not spent much time surfing the web lately. So why have the police not stopped it?
Well, there are people investigating, but as you must have seen, the locations are secret and they're heavily guarded. If any police come, they scarp her. One fight was even abandoned because of it. The police don't have any concrete evidence to charge people. But there must be huge money involved. You should check it out. Anyway, I better go. I better get ready for work. See you soon.
Some tricky challenges.
Lemonade or a slightly questionable bottle of orange juice?
Maybe some water?
Tap water it is.
Okay, tell me something about yourself that will shock me.
I'll show you this, and then I'll shock you. I'm going to try and join that organisation. I'm serious.
What?
I used to be a kickboxer. In fact, I was one fight away from becoming European champion.
You weren't kidding.
No,
So, what happened? Why don't you try kickboxing again?
I can't. It's sort of the reason why the street fighting thing's a good option for me. I can make the most of my talents.
Why?
2 years ago,
It's okay.
I made a lot of mistakes, and I blew my chance. Madison, this is something I know I can do well at. I can work hard. I know these guys are a lot bigger and stronger than me, but I have a lot of skills that they don't have.
That's great. I obviously worry about you. I'd certainly like to stick around for it.
Yeah?
You're absolutely crazy.
What's crazy?
Simon, these guys have been banned from the most physical sports in the world. They literally tear lumps out of each other.
Yeah, but they're not invincible. You and I both know that.
Have you been on that since your dad died?
Forget about that.
Forget about that. You're telling me that you want to fight in the most brutal, illegal competition in the world while you're hooked up on heroin and also losing piles of weight.
The drugs were the result of that.
Okay, yeah, but you've been on them for 2 years now.
Do you know why I started kickboxing?
Yeah, you used to look out for the weaker kids at school.
No, that wasn't it. It was my dad. He said that in order to succeed, you need 3 things. Perseverance, always putting in hard graft. Discipline, to avoid falling into traps that might affect your talents. And the third thing, love. And all throughout my training, and when I started competing, my mum and my sister, they were both great. But it was my dad. He always believed in me, even when I was struggling, and even when I lost. And as much as I wanted to become the best fighter in the UK, I equally wanted to make him proud. That photo was taken when I became the highest ranked fighter in Britain. And it was also 2 days before my dad was diagnosed with cancer.
Simon, listen.
I know I made a mess of things when he died. I just couldn't cope. I still feel like a piece of me is missing. And Jade, she's always been there for me. And you've always been there for me too. Both as a trainer and as a friend. Despite the fact that I pushed you guys so far away.
Simon, you know we'll always be there for you. You're my closest friend, but sometimes our mistakes really do cost us. You know you were the top kickboxer. That is an achievement. You have nothing left to prove.
I know I don't. If my dad were here, he'd be absolutely ashamed. I want to do what would have made him proud. Working in retail making ends meet is not what I want to do.
No organisation will have you. You tested positive for 5 different substances.
Which is why I've come to this.
This ain't proper fighting.
These guys are very talented.
Perhaps. They're also highly dangerous and fit and strong and would probably snap most kickboxers in half, even at the prime of their game, let alone someone 2 years down the line.
Ryan, I know I can do this, but I need your help. You're the only person that can train me properly, and you're the only person I trust.
I only want what's best for you, Simon. That's why I can't do this. You'd get killed. I want to be there any way that I can. If you get off the drugs, and the future will be bright for you. I know that. But not like this.
Well,
I want to join this street fight organisation. Take a look at my CV at least.
Look, we get people all the time asking us to join. They watch these brutal fights on the internet and think they can be the next big thing. You need an incredible amount of work to feature in a match. You need strength, you need talent, and you. So what happened?
Drug addiction. I'm obviously coming off it though.
This is decent. But if you haven't fought in a while and you're not in shape, I could only think our boys would slaughter you.
Come on, you take on fighters if they have a chance, or if they can offer something different, and I can do both of these.
Alright. My husband usually trusts my judgment. We'll give you a midweek fight with another newcomer. It'll be filmed but not shown live. It's 5k a fight, but this one will go unpaid as a trial.
Okay, thanks, Rena. You've made the right choice.
I'll be in touch with a date, time and location. Tell no one that doesn't need to know.
sorry Graeme couldn't make it. He said he had an emergency at work. Is it okay? Sorry, it's maybe a little burned.
Yeah, he's great.
Madison was admiring the decorations.
Yeah, really nice.
Thanks. So, what was it you wanted to talk to me about?
Oh yeah, well I have another opportunity to fight again. I've joined Street Fight, and I've got a fight next Tuesday.
You've joined Street Fight. How has this happened?
It was after I found out about it. I contacted the organisers of the tournament, and they've set up a trial fight.
Well, Simon, I'm sure I'm not the first to say this, but do you remember your fight? You were barely recognisable. You can't compete in this.
Jade, this is an opportunity for me to get my focus back. It's what I love doing, and it's the happiest I've been since Dad.
What do you think about this?
I think it's a great idea. I think he can do really well.
Well, I can't say it won't add extra interest. It's really competitive. Just promise me you won't become the first fatality.
I won't be.
Hiya. I've got some good news for you.
Yeah?
Simon's fighting again.
He's fighting again?
He got a fight in that street fight organisation. What? I thought you'd be happy. It'll mean he can move out if he gets some money.
I'm just going to get some water.
Evening, Graeme.
Evening? What's this here about Simon Bain joining Street Fight?
One of the new boys.
What about it?
Why waste your time with kickboxers?
Who cares? He'll probably get beaten in the preliminaries.
Yeah, but I mean, the championship will be coming up soon. We don't want to disrupt the lineup that's already been sorted.
Relax. He won't cause your boy any trouble. The money will flow nicely and be dished out evenly.
How you getting on?
Good. No drugs for nearly 3 weeks now. Lots to do before Wednesday, though.
We'd best get to work then. Okay, we don't know what we're up against. All I know is he's trained in mixed martial arts.
Right, boy. Alright, boys, we're about to get the cameras rolling. This isn't a live fight, but we like to get the footage in case we spot any future stars. Over to you, Boris. Alright people, plenty to do, so let's get started.
Yeah, first things first. Graeme called me for concern. He said some former top kickboxers joined. He's worried that this guy may be a threat to our championship.
Relax, Carl, you know what Graham's like. He'd worry if Spark had a nosebleed.
Terry, we're not joking. We've all got a lot of money invested in this. Can't have some flashy movers coming in and ruining our party.
There's nothing to worry about. Smokey and Spark are a cut above the rest. Nobody's going to touch them.
Yeah, well, my boy wants Spark. That's the final the world wants.
And it's the final they'll get, and we'll all rest nice and easy. Besides, this guy Simon and a few other jokers have some fights coming up. Now, we've already got 5 of the top 16, so what I propose we do is we give our paying viewers the chance to vote for who they think is the best based on the Friday night fights.
Okay, sounds good.
And the tournament, shall we say 3 weeks duration?
Yeah, it can't be any longer, really.
This is going to be good.
Just been to see Terry. Tournament starts next month.
That's too long.
Relax. Keep your strength up. Work hard this month. Nobody's going to stop you.
Do I get any matches beforehand?
We could arrange a couple. There are some new fighters you can demoralise and destroy before the championship.
I love you, Madison.
I love you too.
We've been over this plenty of times. This guy will try 2 swings and a cheeky side shot. Keep your guard up. It'll be a defensive game at the start. Keep your head cool. You can do this.
Ready?
Honestly, you are amazing. I never actually thought you'd be this good.
Yeah, that was one of my best fights ever.
Hey, here to celebrate with us?
Jade. What are you doing?
What?
Why are you entertaining this nonsense?
What are you talking about? That was great tonight.
Hello, Graeme.
Hi. I presume you saw the fight.
I did.
All right.
No! Don't you ever call me demanding a meeting straight away. Have you forgotten the specifics of our little arrangement? Good. Your 10% doesn't give you any say. You get that for the supplies I get from your work.
I know. I'm just on the edge too much. I'm taking a big risk at work. And I can't do this forever. Which is why I'll need the championship money to get out.
Relax. Zach and I have already sorted out the finances with Terry.
What about people like Simon?
What do you have in mind?
Well, he blew his kickboxing career because of drugs. And before any of the votes are cast for the championship, we can set up a match between him and Spark with him drugged up to the eyeballs. And then...
How do we get him to do that?
Just leave that to me. If you can get the fight set up, then we can really make a big statement for our guy.
This is a nice idea.
Yeah?
Thanks for arranging this. It means a lot to me.
No probs, babe. Anything for you. There we go, Madsen and Simon. This one's for you. Well, here's to our soon-to-be champ. Cheers.
Cheers.
Jay tells me they've set up a big match for you.
Yeah, I'm fighting Spark Green, and he's one of the best fighters in the organisation.
That'll be good. See how far you've come.
Yeah. I'm a little surprised that they've set up a fight so soon, but there's a big championship coming up.
It's just as well you're reaching new heights, Simon. This guy Spark's a machine. His first ever fight was against this American tank, who was literally bashing his skull in against a wall. And not only did Spark still win, he nearly crippled the guy. And it was later revealed that he'd had internal bleeding since the start of the fight.
Oh dear.
Well, I'm sure it'll be no match for you.
You okay, honey? What's wrong? You don't look great.
It's late. You best get back.
Best get back. I thought we are going to the cinema soon. Simon?
Look, I just want a break, okay? I'll see you later.
Where have you been? You look awful.
Yeah, sorry. Rough few days.
Look, I don't think this is a good idea.
What?
Fighting this guy. You're not in the right shape and we haven't trained in over a week.
I'll be fine.
Well, it's going to be a good fight tonight. Tossing it a bit fine, aren't we?
I'm here, aren't I?
I'm going to kill you.
All right, may the best man win.
I'm sorry. I've let everyone down.
Hey, come to join the celebration.
Oh yeah. You destroyed that guy.
Celebration time, is it?
Zach, what are you doing here? This isn't your day.
I just came to congratulate you on that farce.
Excuse me?
Okay guys, this is stupid. I mean, we're all working towards the same goals here.
I don't know. After all, I'm looking at some cheats.
What are you talking about?
Don't you know? Your opponent was drugged off his face. Honestly, I think some people are just afraid of the competition.
You're here to say why I'm the favourite.
You better watch yourself. You're not going to live to see any final.
Alright guys, just relax. You'll get your chance. Why are we arguing about this? The championship's coming up soon.
Right. Any more tampering with opponents and we'll have to reconsider.
I didn't get you involved with drug opponents.
I'm sorry. Couldn't take English before a championship. Just don't know how good this guy is.
You said that Smokey and I were the best, and now you're worried about someone else.
No. There'll be no more cheats. You and Smokey will reach the final, we'll be rolling in it, and you'll have shown that you're the best.
"16 competitors, a straight knockout. The top 2 ranked fighters, Spark and Smokey, will be on opposite sides of the draw. We're charging our subscribers a small fee per match, and there'll be a slightly larger fee for those who don't regularly subscribe. Any questions?"
Yeah, when do we know the lineup?
Rena and I are going to look at performances and records. We'll get a list together and then meet at the end of next week for the tournament draw.
That went well. Why didn't you tell him we had our 16 sorted out?
Because I'm not sure. I think we need to go over things again. I mean, we didn't even consider that kickboxer.
Simon. The forum's been ripping him apart since his defeat to Spark.
Yeah. I think we're going to have another talk about this before we confirm things. Thanks for coming along tonight.
Hi.
Hey, good day?
Who's Johnny Tyndall?
What?
Johnny Tyndall?
I don't know that name.
Then why have you got his contact details in your pocket? He's been my brother's biggest supplier since he moved here.
Well, shouldn't you ask your low-life brother about that?
Does Simon keep his stash underneath your clothes? Are you the cause of this?
You don't have a clue, do you?
What?
Street fight. I don't just follow it. I'm involved in it. And I'm not having your brother interfere with months of organisation.
What are you saying? What have you got to do with his fighting?
It's nothing to do with his fighting, but it's everything to do with his not fighting. I've invested money on the outcome, and we can't have that little druggie changing things. You're going to stay quiet about this, aren't you? Aren't you? If you breathe a word of this, I'll kill you. I want you and your brother out of here before I get back tonight.
So what was so urgent? What happened?
My husband did this to me. But it's not the only reason I came. Graeme's the reason Simon's in the state he is. Graeme's involved with dodgy dealings with Street Fight. I think he drugged Simon because he was doing so well.
Why did he get involved in anything like that?
I don't know. I just want the ground to swallow me up. I feel like I've married a complete stranger. We need to get Simon back.
How?
Madison, he's the happiest he's been in years. And I know you're the one for him. We can't let those criminals ruin his chance of success.
But this is clearly more than just a fighting competition. Surely Simon can get something else.
No, he'll want to get back with it. And he'll want to win. I know he can.
Oh yeah, I really miss him. Hi.
What? Where am I?
We're in Ryan's house. A lot's been happening.
And you had no idea he had any involvement in the street fight?
No, none. You have to get yourself back in shape. We can't let him win.
It'll be too late. I've blown this chance too.
No, we can convince them. That's where Ryan's gone just now. I believe you can do this.
Come on, you've got to give him another chance.
Why? He was completely useless against a good fighter.
He was unwell. He'll do better in the competitions, I guarantee it.
Really? I don't care about your beliefs in your fighter. I care about my wallet and ratings. The fans don't want him.
They've got him before. Imagine the viewers if he did well. He was a hit. He's worth a risk. Come on, think of your numbers.
Yeah, that could work.
Okay, we'll do that then.
Okay.
Excuse me, Carl. Graeme's here to see you now.
Okay, thanks. Send him in.
I'd better be going. Thanks for your help, Carl.
Anytime. Drink?
No, thanks.
I've heard the draw, and I've seen the names in the draw. Obviously, our little plan with Simon was a waste of time.
No, I've been thinking. If Simon does somehow make it through to the semis, he won't be able to touch Spark after the fight that's just happened.
It's irrelevant anyway. I have every confidence in my boy. Spark's getting stronger every day.
So what about Simon?
Relax. Just keep an eye on him and his team. Especially that wife of yours.
What are you doing?
Come on, Jade. I'm here to see my loving wife.
Just leave me alone.
I've come to give you a second chance.
You give me another chance. You're a criminal and a thug. I don't want anything to do with you.
What do you think you're doing?
See, you're still looking after the junkie?
I asked you a question.
I'm sorry. I didn't recognise you without a needle in your arm. Don't even try it.
Graeme, just go, please.
If you ever come near my sister or my team again, then you're going to be eating out of a straw for the rest of your days.
Good evening, folks. It's the week of Street Fights World Championships, and here to tell us about it is the organiser, my loving husband, Terry Fletcher.
Thank you, Rena. Well, I'm sure you're all counting down the hours to our first fight. It's a tournament favourite, Smoky Lee, against the impressive Parker Gold of Mexico. As usual, we'll have profiles of our fighters on the website, along with interviews of some of the other competitors. So, if you haven't subscribed, then now's the time. This promises to be one of the most brutal fighting championships the world has ever seen.
How do you feel?
Pretty good. 90% at least. Do you know my perspective has changed?
What?
I used to think that winning a competition like this would make me happy, but I wouldn't sacrifice you for it. I really love you, Madison.
Alright guys, this is the World Championship round of 16 final match. May the best man win. Fight!
I always believed I could make it this far. Obviously, after my rough patch, things look bleak.
Of course. And now you have to face the man who is yet to lose a competitive match. The man who so mercilessly beat you in a match last month.
Yeah.
On our forums they're saying that you don't stand a chance. What do you say to that?
There's no question I'm the underdog. I can certainly promise a better fight than last one though. And I believe I'm going to win.
Okay, thank you, Simon. Well, folks, you heard it here first. Simon Bain isn't simply happy to have made it to the last four. He believes that he can beat Spark Green. And you can watch the second of our semi-final fights live on our website this Friday evening. And Smoky Lee against Bradley Kerr is of course our Thursday night showing, which promises to be a belter.
What's wrong? Have you called the police yet?
No, he said not to.
Did you come alone? You've done well in this competition. Very well, in fact. But Spark Green's going to be in the final.
No. Our last fight wasn't a fair one.
Your last fight is going to be your only fight against Spark.
What?
You're going to forfeit. Pull out. Use your imagination.
You don't know what kind of person you're dealing with.
I have a lot of money invested in this competition. Money you'll never smell. and I certainly don't want some wannabe Bruce Lee kicking queen ruining the party.
Don't you have confidence in your guy?
Oh, I do. But not when there's almost 100 million on the line.
What's it got to do with you?
I am part of an arrangement where we shall split the winnings of a final fight between Spark and Smokey, regardless of the winner. Any other outcome would be a disaster. So, I'm going to offer you £1 million to pull out. You have no other option. And I certainly wouldn't like to see anyone else get hurt.
The only person who's going to get hurt is Spark. Tomorrow.
Graeme's moved out. How are you feeling?
I'm okay, but I'm a little bit apprehensive. After all, this has become more than just a fight. Anyway, I better go and get showered. Madison will be round later. And you're going to make yourself scarce?
Of course.
Listen, this is getting way out of hand. It's not worth it.
Yeah, I mean, we can't exactly go to the police either.
I don't know what to do.
Is it worth it? I mean, you guys can still get out of here. You've made plenty.
No, I owe it to myself. And to you two. And to my dad. I have to see this out. You two can still get out though. I know you'll be supporting me anyway.
No, I love you, and I know you are going to do this anyway.
I'm not going anywhere.
Sorry we're late. We got stuck in traffic.
Alright, it's semi-final time. Let's get this started.
Looks like we were right to be worried.
I never expected this to happen.
That kid looked hot. He screwed everything up.
Not quite.
Not quite. He just took down your boy.
Yeah, but he hasn't won a dime yet. Smokey will win this for us.
Let me tell you, my confidence in this competition is in tatters.
Yeah? Well, mine certainly isn't. I want to go 50-50 on the Smokey victory. We go 50-50 because I can guarantee the result we want.
What's this?
It's Simon's true love, and what a blow it will be to his morale when he comes home to discover she's not waiting for him tonight.
What are you proposing?
Simon can't pull out, not for a final, but we can ensure that he throws the fight. Smokey and Simon put on a show, we get a result so that he gets his girl back.
It'll be a huge disappointment to the viewers, and Terry certainly won't be happy.
No one has to know. They'll put on a show, we'll have a nice little earner. So, do we have a deal?
Hello, Simon.
We thought we'd pop in. See how you're shaping up for tomorrow's big match.
Get out now.
You're going to listen to everything we have to say. Then we'll leave. When we're ready.
Now, you ever want to see that beautiful girlfriend of yours again?
Truly is quite something. Beautiful, tender, sweet.
What do you want?
Throw the fight. The world wants a show, give him that. But under no circumstances do you win. If you do, you will never see your girlfriend again. We can assure you of that.
Sleep tight.
I knew it was the wrong decision to get involved in this. I should have listened.
Simon, I'm glad you didn't. You did exactly what you said you would do. What you believed you can do. This obviously had risk. But this has been a success.
Yeah, but to lose Madison, that can't happen.
So what will you do now?
I don't know. Even if I throw the fight, there's no guarantee I'll see Madison again. If she's still alive.
Well folks, it's the final of the first Street Fight World Championship. Smokey Lee versus Simon Bain. And if the semi-finals are anything to go by, it's going to be quite an event. Let's fight.
What's going on?
You know where I want to go. Now!
Call the police. Plan B.
Where are you going?
To show that punk he's messing with the wrong people.
Where is she?
Did you think people weren't watching the fight? Were they just going to wait for us? Get the girl. Crime always pays.
Don't worry, I'm just taking care of business, tying up all the loose ends.
How are you, Madison?
I'm just reflecting on everything that happened from the time I met Simon until. How are you?
I'm good. The doctor said I can start training next week.
Yeah?
Yeah, and Ryan says the World Kickboxing Association definitely want me to return. And I've said we'll start next month.
Next month?
Yeah. I want to take you to Paris first, to celebrate our engagement.
Our engagement?
My happiest memory this year is my happiest memory in all my life. And it's not centred around fighting. It's centred around the person who gave me the fight to do what I knew I could do. I want to spend the rest of my life with you, Madison. I love you. Will you marry me?
Of course, I love you.